Welcome to the Hussle Show.
Welcome to the show, have a seat, my nigga, recline back. Real niggas making a speech, so acknowledge that I never turn bitch to the ops, and I can promise that this 4 nickel tucked on my hip, that bitch Obama black. See a target, lock onto it, then demolish that. My shooters got degrees for they aim. They on top of that, they like he wearing skinny jeans.
Let's go. Come on, man. Let's go. You guys ready? Right again. I feel like I should have my glasses on today.
Now grab your specs.
Well, we need ours to see, so
Yeah.
if you want to look
I can
cool,
take mine off
right?
and everything, but
You want me to take mine
And
off?
we can't see each other.
Thank you for this episode. God, this camera. What?
I really the lights are.
I'm gonna fall.
See,
I'm gonna fall.
right?
You're sitting down. I'm gonna fall still. I
This
can't
is
see.
the ocean.
So much green.
I can't see anything.
All right, let's go for this nigga kill me, man.
Come on, man.
All right, no more jokes Friday. This nigga gonna kill us.
No, man.
All right, you ready? Welcome to this edition of the Smartalecs. You know I'm the host, John, smartest of the Smartalecs. I'm here with the rest of the Smartalecs. We have the young professor, we have the beautiful queen, and of course we have my man, Double A. We're on a sad note. We're going to discuss the murder of Nipsey Hussle. He was murdered in front of his store by a gentleman named, what was his name?
Eric Holder.
Holder or Holden?
Holder is what I just read.
Holder?
Holder is
Holder. Yes, the murderer. He's been apprehended from my understanding, hasn't he? I think he's been apprehended.
This is an alleged murderer.
Right, yeah, he's the alleged murderer that they have on tape. So, you guys want to chime in? Anybody else who wants to go first?
I just think it's a sad day. Like, for some reason, this has had such an effect on people. Like, I, myself, just on social media alone, just have been going in just on what he left behind. Like, it's just so tragic that in front of his own store, this man has built it from the mud, really, and has been a great example to his community. Has, I mean, a great man. Like, he's invested in this to the community. They was talking about a STEM school that he had for the kids. It was so much stuff that he was doing that I'm just hoping that, if nothing else, people grasp that we need to continue to do that and start getting on that type of focus, regardless of how it played out. And I definitely, of course, believe in the conspiracy theory. I do. I cannot help it. I have to go in.
Right.
Because it just, to me...
What is the conspiracy theory? Just to enlighten
that
our
it was
viewers.
set up by the government. In some type of capacity. I don't care how they made it. They can make it look any way they want to. So the narrative is not my concern. I still feel like they're behind it. Because, I mean, he was just doing way too much. I feel like people who have that much limelight and can expose things to a certain group of people who can create change. Like, if we can get into the hood, man, and that's what he was tapping into. He was tapping into the hood. The average dude ain't really listening to nothing outside of rap music or whatever these other dudes are portraying. So he was spreading positivity through his music. That message alone would have gotten just beyond some things that we probably would have never known. We won't know now, though. And that's what's sad. And, I mean, like I said, they would hush us up in a minute if we doing too much. And this is another example of that.
So what evidence do you think, Double A, of the conspiracy do you have? Because I saw you agree with Tasha when she brought it up. What evidence do you see?
I mean, it's just, that's just a lot of evidence in my opinion. That's just me, but, you know, I'm a conspiracy kind of person, so I kind of figured that, when I heard it, it was, 6 shots. It sounded like overkill first and foremost, but at the same time, it was kind of like, also where it was done at in front of his, in front of his spot where I'm quite sure he felt safe, you know what I mean? Like, quite sure he didn't feel like there was any danger that could really come his way there, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, and then, there is some, TMZ reported that there was some issues with his his video shoot the day before, I believe, with DJ Khaled and them, because they said that
Him and John Legend.
Yeah, him and John, they had the whole thing locked down for security reasons. So he obviously had some idea something was going on. And then his last tweet, you know what I'm saying? His last tweet said something about strong. It's a blessing having strong enemies. You know what I'm saying? Which it's crazy because it's hard to decipher that, because how can a blessing having strong enemies? Your enemies really can't do nothing to for you.
Well,
they're really just trying to do things to you.
You know, the saying is keep your enemies close. So if he was living by that saying and you have a powerful enemy and you're knowing their every move and you keep them close and portray differently, he might have known, like, it comes full circle. He might have known things that he shouldn't have known because of his powerful enemies that he's keeping close. That's how I took it.
I just kind of took it like, well, I mean, yeah, in so many words. I mean, I just took it like an enemy let him know it's over for you. Like, I mean, unfortunately, that's
are you guys
basically
familiar with the Mozambique method of close combat that the military uses?
Well, yeah, was it like 2 to the body, 1 to the head, or something like that?
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And they said that's very reminiscent of the shooting of Nipsey.
It was sloppy though. It wasn't all, the 5 weren't in the chest. It was 5 body shots, period, and then 1 in the head.
Right. It's like he just wanted to make sure that he was gone. He came back and hit him again, like right in point blank range. Like, it was crazy just because he was still moving, I believe.
I don't
But
think he...
My thing is,
And then he kicked him in. Oh, so disrespectful.
my thing is,
That was just, whew.
if there is a conspiracy and people keep saying it's not, he was just mad because Nipsey wouldn't let him in the store, and
Well,
Nipsey called him a snitch.
snitch.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
called him a
he
rat and told him
or
if
something
he
like
wanted
that.
to come around here, he had to produce papers showing why he was released, because whatever he did to go to jail, they were saying he shouldn't have gotten out that fast.
Right.
So he came back to the hood, and they were like, nah, nigga, what are you doing in here? Fuck out of here. Why are you out? And he left, and when he came back, that's what happened.
Now, that does sound like some foolish nigga shit.
And
It does. But
And the overkill, you know who he is. That's
Right.
why it
But
could go either
to
way.
me,
I
the-
hear conspiracy
in the-
too, though.
the conspiracy in my book is everybody's like, they would have never, but every conspiracy needs a patsy. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in a conspiracy has to go down.
And it's that guy.
Right.
So if he was released, I was saying this earlier, if he was, the conspiracy is, if there is one, that they let him out
to kill Nipsey
to
Hussle.
kill Nipsey.
we watched Belly, correct? I just want to make a quick example. Did they not get DMX while he was in jail to kill the honorable Elijah Muhammad?
Exactly.
They got him in jail and that's what I'm saying. Like, it can happen. I don't care what the storyline is.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I just feel like it really was something set up by them. He was doing too much. He had a little bit too much spotlight and too much knowledge.
The documentary about Dr. Sabi, the noted healer.
Yeah,
Do you think the information on Dr.
But I think
Sabi,
it has
in my
a-
opinion, is
It's
all out
accessible.
there, bro. It's all accessible.
It is.
It is accessible. But
To what
why would
audience?
Huh?
To what audience?
Right.
Again,
Want to know.
his audience is a total another area that wouldn't be tapped in if he didn't say it. He's tapping it up to a place. Go to the hood and talk about Dr. Sebi. Who